and a very warm welcome to Trendsetters with me, Pati. Well, John Abraham is on cloud 9 as his first production, Wiki Donor, is well received at the box office. And not only that, John has also announced that he wants to turn a director. If God wishes, I'll turn director 3 years down the line. That is my final destination and I will definitely do it. The actor was quoted by a news agency. With John scoring goal after goal with his acting and production projects, we're sure he'll succeed as a director very soon. Katrina Kaif had a surprise in Cuba. A group of young girls came on the sets of Ek Tha Tiger one day and performed in Katrina's song as a tribute to her. The actress was touched by the gesture. Karan Johar, it seems, has bought the rights to make The Immortals of Melua. And if what we hear is right, then he's approached Hrithik Roshan to play Lord Shiva in the film. The million-dollar question is, who will play Parvati? The toss-up, it seems, is between Priyanka Chopra and Vidya Balan. Karan Johar and Ekta Kapoor's dream to bring together the glam diva Kareena Kapoor and the hero of the masses, Imran Hashmi, in a thriller to be directed by a newbie, will no longer come true. Bebo did confirm that she isn't doing her friend's co-production but did not put a finger on the problem she had with the project. Maybe it was to do with the pairing with Emmy, or maybe not. However, one of the reasons we have been hearing from insiders is that the heroine lady wasn't swayed away by the story and would rather prefer Karan Johar's staple style of films, the candy floss story weaved in a larger-than-life scale. Whatever is the reason, we are sure the latest development is a disappointment, particularly for Imran, but he shouldn't really take it too hard. Cause for an actor who began his career with newcomers like Geeta Basra, Sonal Chauhan, Tanushree Datta and others, it's good to know that Bebo was even being considered for a project opposite him. The latest director to join the sequel gang is RGV, who's already shooting the sequel of his Urmila Matondkar Ajay Devgan starrer Bhoot. Now we hear that the maverick filmmaker is almost ready with the script of the third part of the Sarkar franchise after Sarkar and Sarkar Raj. Amitabh Bachchan, who has played the title role in the previous two films, will be seen as saying the same grim character this time as well. If rumors are to be believed, Bachchan Bahu Aishwarya Rai will make a comeback in this film. After her recent and extended maternity leave, we heard that one of the most important characters in Sarkar 3 will be the Sarkar's grandchild, Chiku. Ramu is keen on casting Ranbir Kapoor for that role, and if it happens, the rock star actor will be sharing screen space with Big B for the first time. That in itself will make the ticket worth its price despite Varma's camera gimmickry. We are not sure if Abhishek Bachchan will be seen in the third installment, as his character in Sarkar Raj is brutally killed. Well, there's another interesting bit of gossip here. Nargis Fakri, who is reportedly dating Shahid Kapoor, showed her wild side recently. A few weeks ago, she attended a house party at Shahid's pad in Versova, only where very close pals of the star were present. A source reveals it was a fun party and all were playing Truth and Dare. When Nargis was asked to choose between Truth or Dare, she chose the latter. So Shahid dared her to kiss one of the guys present at the party, and she immediately took up the challenge. She went ahead and kissed the guy in front of Shahid. While the guy who was at the receiving end of the kiss turned red, Shahid and Nargis took it very sportingly. It was all done in a fun spirit. And now it's time for a headline. Actors who have been detained at airports. Plastic surgery disasters in Bollywood. 5 films we would like to watch in 3D. There was a time when Ritesh Deshmukh and writer Milab Zaveri were best of friends, but after the debacle of Milab's directorial debut, Jaane Kahan Se Aaye Hai, Ritesh has apparently disconnected with the writer, director and his friend. Milab is very disappointed with his friend's behavior, according to him. Ritesh had promised to do the directors next, but now he's not replying to his calls or messages. Ragini MMS, which was one of the most talked about sleeper hits of 2011, has just gotten bigger and bolder. While Sunny Leone seems to be cementing her position in Bollywood, as Ekta Kapoor's Old Entertainment has signed her for the sequel of the keenly awaited Roland Steam Fest. The LA-based adult star will commence shooting for Ragini MMS 2 this year after completing Pooja Bhatt's Just 2. The sequel is believed to be inspired by a real-life story as well. However, the scale of the sequel, which is bigger than the first, promises to be more scary and sexy. While Bollywood actors being detained at various American airports is not a new thing. It has happened in the past too, so we thought of discussing the actors who have really faced the brunt of security. On number 5 is John Abraham. John Abraham was detained for having Afghanistan as one of the countries he had visited on his passport. John had gone to Afghanistan for the shoot of his film Kabul Express. On number 4 is Irfan Khan. Irfan Khan had been detained too, twice, but both the times when he went to receive awards. First in 2008 when he was there to receive an award for his role in The Namesake, and then again in 2009 when he went to receive an award for Slumdog Millionaire. On number 3 is Neil Nitin Mukesh. Neil Nitin Mukesh was detained as the authorities believe that Neil was too fair to be an Indian. Neil was in US for the shoot of his film New York, co-starring John Abraham, Katrina Kaif and Irfan Khan. On number 2 is Amir Khan. In 2002, Amir Khan was detained for interrogation at the Chicago airport. However, that incident wasn't blown up by the media. Interestingly, post the recent SRK detention, when Amir was questioned about his detention, he denied the incident completely. And the number 1 is Shah Rukh Khan. Bollywood actor Shah Rukh Khan was detained at a New York airport for over 2 hours by immigration officials after arriving from India in a private plane with Neeta Ambani to address students at Yale University here. Actor Ashmit Patel, who earlier starred with Pakistani superstar Meera in Mahesh Bhatt's Nazar, is reported to have reached Fiji Islands with his Pakistani starlet friend Beena Malik this week to shoot their upcoming film Supermodel. According to a report in Fiji's Daily, Supermodel will be shot at various scenic locations and will also use a number of Fiji locals for the film's shoot. The media has been speculating a lot about the duo coming together for Supermodel, as rumors about the split have been doing the rounds for quite a long time. The industry is alive with the news that Rani Mukherjee has said yes to Tigmanshu Dhulia's next film on Notch Girl Begum Samru, but the filmmaker says that he is completely unaware and that the actress is yet to say yes to the project. I have indeed approached Rani. I don't know. I came to know about it through the newspapers. Rani has not called me and neither said yes for the film, said Dhulia. The industry feels that Dhulia is now approaching only established stars post the success of Pan Singh Tomar. Well, everyone wishes that one's nose was a little more sharper, chin was a little less pointier, but not anymore. India's coming of age and cosmetic surgeries have now become the order of the day. Going under the knife is becoming as common in Bollywood as it is in Hollywood, but the Bollywood industry has seen a few cosmetic surgery disasters. Here is a countdown of 5 such disasters. On number 5 is Rakhi Sawant. Adoringly known as the item queen of Bollywood, Rakhi Sawant too underwent a cosmetic surgery. Item drama queen Rakhi got a set of bigger boobs to match her big mouth. Breast augmentation did not prove to be fruitful, however, for her career or her life. On number 4 is Sherlyn Chopra. Sherlyn underwent cosmetic surgery to make her butt bigger. She opted for the change as a natural butt was not big enough, but looks like it's not quite helping her bag roles in the industry still. On number 3 is Juhi Chawla. When Juhi stepped into Bollywood, she was known for her pretty smile and the world was mesmerized by her innocent charm. But the beauty was unhappy with her nose and got a nose job done. Instead of getting a better nose, it turned out to be more ugly, thus marking her entry into the list of plastic surgery disasters. On number 2 is Manisha Lamba. Her debut film, Yahan, got her refreshing charisma, much recognition, and role of the naive Kashmiri girl best suited her innocence and elegance. Manisha, however, wasn't satisfied with all the praise her looks received and wanted a better-looking nose. She too ended up getting a nose job done only to make it look worse. And the number 1 is none other than Koina Mitra. Plastic surgery nightmare, Koina lost her average looks when she underwent a cosmetic surgery to enhance her breasts, nose and face. Her gamble did not pay off as this bong beauty ended up with an ugly scar on her nose and thus closed herself for a year. Now she has her nose corrected again, but alas, she did not play her cards well in this gamble. The robust Baman Irani fainted while shooting for an upcoming film, Student of the Year. Baman, who was doing a cameo in the movie, fainted on the sets due to dehydration. The Bangkok heat seemed to be unbearable for the actor, who had to rest for some time in his van to catch his breath. Burman confirmed about the incident on Twitter. Yes, it's true, I did pass out on the sets of SOTY. No big deal. Karan and @KOs and the team were too caring. Thanks for the concern. It was like hell in a microwave. Directed by Karan Johar and produced under Dharma Productions and Red Chillies Entertainment, Burman will be sharing screen space for the first time with his son KOs in the film. Well, all of us want to know, what is Yash Chopra's love story with Shah Rukh Khan, Katrina Kaif and Anushka Sharma all about? We will tell you after a short commercial break.
Mogambo. खुश हुआ.
Welcome back to Trendsetters. We've been talking about the yet-to-be title and perhaps most awaited film of the year, the Yash Raj film. Well, it is said to be loosely based on a book about troubled relationships. There has been much speculation about Yash Chopra's comeback film as a director ever since the announcement of Shah Rukh Khan playing the lead role soon after Gulzar and A.R. Rahman came on board, thus making the film even more anticipated by everyone. The latest news to come in from us spies is that the movie is loosely based on a book called The End of the Affair by Graham Greene. The book has already been adapted twice into films in 1955 and 1999. The novel is set in London during and just after World War II and examines the obsessions, jealousies and the discernments within the relationships between three central characters. To add some zing to Department's promotion, makers of the movie have decided to add an extra song to the official album, while a song sung by Sanju Baba. Sanju Baba will now get behind the mic to sing a song for his upcoming film Department. The actor's not new to it though. He had earlier sung Aish Shivani from Khoobsurat, Jaane Kya Hoga Rama Ray from Kante and the title track of Munna Bhai MBBS. But Ram Gopal Verma says that this one will be different.
फिल्म आती है चली जाती है और 1-2 साल के बाद सिर्फ आइटम नंबर याद रहता है सबको 2 महीने के बाद और सो इट बिकेम लाइक ए सिनोनिमस थिंग विद फिल्म्स. सो मैं समझता हूँ डैन सॉन्ग भी उस हिसाब से लाइक कंपनी में खलास गाने के बाद मैं कोई गाने पर उतना ध्यान देना बंद कर दिया. वो इसलिए कि मैं बहुत ही डार्क एंड स्केरी थ्रिलर्स वैसे कुछ और अलग जॉनर में चला गया. सो आफ्टर लॉन्ग टाइम मैंने एक बहुत ही कमर्शियल फॉर्मेट में फिल्म बनाई. उसके लिए आई थिंक आई वांटेड एन आइटम सॉन्ग.
The number from Department is a peppy song that has been composed by Sandeep Chowta and is being choreographed by Ahmed Khan. The Bollywood and TV fraternity would soon say goodbye to one of their most famous studios, actually called Famous Studios. The iconic building, which is a landmark of sorts in Mahalakshmi in central Mumbai, will pave way for a new, modern and opulent structure by hotshot builders. According to a newspaper report, 350 crore rupee deal has been struck for the redevelopment of the property with an area of 1.5 acres. Started in 1946, Famous Studios not only has a preview theatre where films are screened for distributors, critics and friends, but also has 9 shooting floors. Titanic won its fans all over again when it was re-released in 3D recently. So we thought, why not choose 5 films from our very own Bollywood we would love to watch in 3D. On number 5 is Lagan. Ashutosh Gowarika's Oscar-nominated modern-day epic has it all. Villains, a hero and a few predictable moments. Yet the film is a rousing entertainer. A strange blend of the underdogs fighting against the racist imperialists, cricket and stunning dances and songs makes Lagan a right choice to be converted into 3D. On number 4 is Dhoom. Surely would be Yash Raj Films' 2004 movie Dhoom that paved way for motorcycle robbery dramas in Bollywood. Be it the fast-paced robberies, the high-speed biking on Mumbai's Western Express Highway, the chase sequences or the climax which has a top angle of John Abraham riding his bike off the edge of a cliff. The movie will be a delight in 3D. And so is the case with Dhoom 2, which has umpteen scenes that will be fun to watch in 3D. On number 3 is Koi Mil Gaya. Think Koi Mil nostalgia in 3D, and none can deny that the spaceship landing sequence will be a breathtaking in 3D technology. Apart from these, the mesmerizing beauty of the locales, Hrithik's histrionics, segments like the basketball match and all conversations and tricks, and the adorable Jadoo in 3D will add many folds to the overall appeal of the movie. On number 2 is Krish. The extravagant superhero movie of Bollywood seems to be waiting to be refurbished in 3D. Ample in scale and special effects, Krish is almost tailor-made for 3D with sequences like his overjoyous run in the green pastures back home to the turn point wherein he turns savior for kids caught in fire, and more sprinkled throughout make it a spectacular watch in 3D. And on number 1 is Evergreen Mr. India. Shekhar Kapoor's hit film already has a cult status and would win many more fans among the younger generation. A sari-clad Sridevi moving to the tunes of the seductive song in 3D would be a delight to watch. No conversation about Mr. India would be complete without Amrish Puri's Mogambo, the strangest Indian villain ever created. The whole over-the-top setting and characterization of Mogambo is begging to be unleashed in 3D.
Mogambo.
Amitabh Bachchan has been associated with polio campaign for a very long time, and he made sure that his granddaughter Radhya Bachchan, who's also nicknamed as Beti B by the media, too, gets doses of the polio vaccination at the right time. Since 2005, Big B has been the brand ambassador of this noble cause for UNICEF campaign. He was honored for his contribution to the cause by the Rotary International. Speaking about the baby girl of Aishwarya and Abhishek Bachchan, he said, "The little granddaughter was given a dose of polio 2 days back in my presence." According to UNICEF, only 1 case of polio was reported in India in 2011, as against 41 in 2010.
I want to inform you today that day before yesterday, my little granddaughter was also given these polio drops in my personal presence, and I was very honored. And I do hope that there will be a replication of this sentiment amongst all the parents that are there in the country to finally and eventually remove polio from this great nation of ours.
Amitabh was also approached by UNICEF to support Save Girl Child campaign, which he would. Chitrangada Singh, Arbaz Khan and Neha Dhupia showed off their shaving skills during a promotional event for a razor brand in Mumbai. Neha and Chitrangada showed off their smooth hair, free legs to perfection. Neha Dhupia, dressed in a tangerine dress with nude pumps, looked particularly eye-catching, while Chitrangada in her printed skirt, deep coral top and black shoes proved that she was equally stylish. Both actresses let their hair down and opted for white bracelets. As for Arbaz Khan, he definitely needed a shave. Sonakshi Sinha has been lately very insecure because Kareena Kapoor has finally shot for a song in a scene in Rowdy Rathore. As she knows, Sanjay Leela Bhansali and co-producer Shabina Khan is a good friend of hers. When Shabina approached Kareena for this role, Kareena immediately agreed. The scene and song were shot in Film City last week. Kareena has not only done the song, but she has not charged anything for it at all. All anyone knows is that Kareena is depicted as a glamorous character in Rowdy Rathore. The reason for so less details is the producer of the film want Kareena's appearance to be a surprise component in the film and want to keep everything under wraps. Till then, Kareena confirms, "I have done the cameo for Shabina and Sanjay. Both are very dear to me." Zaid Khan apparently is extremely thrilled to return to action and is looking forward to his new action film, Tez. "I am certainly looking forward to Tez because I am back into action after a long time," said Zaid. Tez is a complete action flick. Zaid spoke to us about the flick. Let's hear what he has to say.
The action in this film is not just the mara-mari and hand-to-hand combat and, gun battles. It's in the treatment of the film. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of, intense sequences that build backstories to these guys. So there's action in practically every scene of this film.
And now it's time for Pick of the Day, where we give you 10 solid reasons that make Salman Khan dabang. Launching the careers of many newcomers. He has indeed helped many stars to achieve what they are today. Himesh Reshammiya, Sanjay Leela Bhansali and Sajid Wajid were brought into the industry, and all thanks to Salman Khan's help. Even Hrithik Roshan went through training through Sallu. His foundation being human. He is probably one of the only stars to start his own foundation for the kids and the poor. Prior to the release of Partner, he had a special screening for the kids. Plus, every kid walked out with a special gift in their hands after they went. Wow, Salman is truly great. Always helping the needy. This man will always have a golden heart despite the bad times he has been through. He gives bicycles to the kids, always gives money to the needy, and even blankets to the people who sleep on the street. Stars turn to Salman Khan for help. This is another topic that makes Salman Khan a winner. Many celebrities have turned to him for help. Example, when Sushmita Sen's adopted daughter fell ill, no one was there to help her, and then she called Salman Khan. When Dia Mirza's mom fell ill, it was Salu who came to the rescue. Sawan Kumar asked him to play a part in Sawan, which Salman Khan did for free. Despite controversy, he still remains a top star at the box office. We consider Salman Khan the most powerful star at the box office because of this topic. Take for example, Maine Pyar Kyun Kiya release at the box office. 2 days before its release, the tape controversy happened in India and Salman Khan was accused as they assumed it was his voice on the tape. Shows were cancelled, however, Maine Pyar Kyun Kiya had 90% opening at the box office. On top of that, Salman Khan was the only bankable star in the film. More all-time blockbusters than any other star in Bollywood and other box office records. Salman Khan has more all-time blockbusters than any other stars in Bollywood. For example, Maine Pyar Kiya, Hum Aapke Hain Kaun, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. His don't give a damn attitude. This is one aspect that sets Salman Khan different from other stars in Bollywood, his attitude. Although you expect Salman Khan to grow up a bit, but the man doesn't care. Sometimes his one-liners from interviews are too funny, but you would expect that from Salman Khan. One of the few actors to make it on People's Magazine. That's right, our Salu has made it in People's Magazine for being one of the most handsome men ever in the world. Only 3 actors in Bollywood have achieved that: Dharmendra, Salman Khan and Hrithik Roshan. Forget acting, it's all about screen presence. Salman Khan is one actor we know who can sleepwalk through his role. But what stands out when watching a Salman Khan film is his screen presence. Once he enters the screen, you can't help but notice Salman Khan all the time. Flops, disasters don't affect Salman Khan's status. Despite giving 6 straight flops, he is still in the top 5 according to the trade, and that's remarkable. And now with Dabangg and Bodyguard, do we even need to say anything? Well, that's all for today, but we will be back with more exciting stuff tomorrow, so be with us and keep watching our show, the one and only Trendsetters. Till we meet again, this is Poppy saying goodbye, take care and stay trendy.